Hey, welcome to the TechSmith on C47. I just wanted to give you a quick look at a new series we're working on. The TechSmith is going to be a series we do product unboxing and reviews, take a look at the history of tech, and give you guys some tutorials on repairs and building. Let's take a quick look at some of the things we'll be working on in the future. You can see in the background here, we've got a whole section of old technology. So we got some old Macintosh computers here. I've always been a big fan of the old Macs. As you can see, my collection here has grown over the past year. I would love to get some more stuff, but we'll be talking about the history of Apple, where they came from. We've got some of this old magnetic storage media here that used to store data. So this is what originally all of your information on your computer and everything was stored in when they had the big giant data centers and everything. So nowadays, this is all just stored on a little USB drive. We've got some old game systems here, like the Super Nintendo. I'm big into video gaming. We'll be doing a whole series about video gaming, how it's made, and doing some live stream content and whatnot in the future. But one of the things we're going to be working on is our virtual racing arcade cabinet here. This guy is what became the Sega Dreamcast. Everything became miniaturized into a small little console. But this system here is from 1992. It is called the Virtual Racing System. We've got some seats that sit here. Now, one of the problems we've got though with it is the left side here shows up only in Japanese. Both the characters, the audio tracks, it's all Japanese, and it doesn't actually draw the road data in. So we're going to be working on repairing and putting this machine back together, showing you guys what it takes and the electronics involved. If you come over here, I'll show you a little close-up of what's going on with the circuitry that's inside of the system. So as you can see, I've actually got this one labeled as player 3, and then this one labeled as player 4. Our arcade cabinet over here was part of a multi-seat system where they actually had a first bank, and this was the second bank, so up to four players could play together. So just to keep it simple, I pulled the boards out because we're going to have to dust them all off, figure out what chips are going wrong, and then rebuild the whole system. So just a quick little introduction. We've got the controls here. This would sit inside with 4 different control boards. This little one would actually be stacked down at the bottom, and then we have these 3 that sit on top of that. That makes up the actual game system. So this is the board that interfaces and talks to the other player. And then we've got the main control board under here. Then we have the CPU board, followed by the actual memory chip board. So what I think is that there's probably a chip on this board that has gone bad and is only showing the Japanese game data. So we'll have to take a closer look and see what's going on. So that's a quick look at the virtual racing system that we're going to be doing a whole rebuild series on. I hope you guys make sure you subscribe so you can check it out and see what we do with that. But in other news, Microsoft announced their new venture into the smartphone market called the Surface Duo, which will be released September 10th, costing a whopping $1,400, and only with 128 gigabytes of storage. You can get the 250 gigabyte storage option for an additional $100. This one will be a dual screen model, and oddly enough, unlike prior Microsoft phones, this one will be based on the Android OS. Personally, I get the feeling it'll flop like their most recent past adventure into smartphones, but instead of running their own OS, it's going to be running the Android platform. Do we really need that? Let's see if we can get one in to do a review, and we'll tell you what it's like. Well anyways, thanks for checking out what's coming up on the TechSmith. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can be notified when the new episodes come out, and also watch our vlog series where we show you how we're building a live production studio. Today we're just up here in our temp spot, so this will eventually change, but check out what's to come. Thanks for tuning in, and check out more at c47.tv.